Hi, my name is Maddie, and I am on a journey of weight loss and financial wellness after last year when I had a baby. And I'm sorry if I'm talking too softly, the baby's asleep. The baby's always asleep if I'm sitting down to film with you guys. So I low-key did not want to make this video because, you know, it was not a good month in March. It was not a good month for money. I mean, in a way it was, because we did get our tax return, but I spent way too much money in March. I did. However, I do these check-ins for accountability, and that's what this is, so I fully bring on those hate comments. I'm just kidding. My general audience is very nice, but you know, you just never know who will come across this. But I will say some of the extraneous things I bought are kind of in the questionable category. So I will just tell you what I got, and I will leave it up to you guys to determine, you know, if you think it was a necessity or not. Like a good example would be that I recently decluttered. That video will be coming. I decluttered my whole house in a very short period of time, and I have like hours of footage to go through. So I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. That's why the background's different. But I went through my clothes and I realized, like, oh man, like some of my old yoga pants like had holes in them and things like that. They just were not usable anymore. So I used my own money dollars to get a couple of pairs of like yoga pants / shorts from IUGA. And I'm literally wearing the shorts right now because they are so comfortable. And you know what's crazy is I used my own money to purchase these, and then they contacted me within that week with another sponsorship opportunity. That is right, this video is sponsored by IUGA. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, Maddie, why are you spending money when you're on a debt payoff journey? Well, this is also a weight loss channel, so, and I work out 5 days a week. I spend so much time in workout clothes, and it is so incredibly important to me that the workout clothes that I wear are comfortable, and I've discovered aesthetic. I used to not think that I could look aesthetic working out. Turns out you can. You can go for functionality and looks with IUGA's clothes. The last time they sponsored me, I kid you not, guys, and I'm not exaggerating, I have never felt more beautiful in a workout set, looking good, looking fine. But regardless, let me show you guys what IUGA sent me real quick before we get into how I spent my money in March. And you want to stick around, like I said, because everything they send is always so gorgeous. Okay, now we are here first with this mix match number. With the sports bra up top, we have the high impact adjustable crisscross back sports bra. And I am here for it. I'm loving like these like steely type of colors together. And then next up, we have the FlexTight high-waisted tummy control leggings with pockets. I love pockets. I can't do no pockets anymore. It is 2026 and we don't need to do no pockets, and your girl is here for the pockets in the leggings. I feel good in this. These feel nice and smooth as butter, even though they're not Butter Lab, they're their FlexTight line. I don't know, they feel great. These are honestly and truly, I'm not even kidding, they're a Lululemon dupe. They just are. Just the feeling, the quality, the aesthetic. I get nothing but compliments when I'm out in my IUGA clothes. I've shown it in vlogs before where I'll just like pair it with like a little jean jacket. They're good for working out. They're good for running out and running errands. We are here for it. We love it. And I mean, of course, as usual, I am not mad about the bootay region, but I feel like I started off with a softball for you guys, so I really want to show y'all what's next because I'm so excited. Okay, let's go get changed, ladies. Oh, you thought we were done? We are not done. We are here with the padded tummy control athletic romper. That's right. This is just one piece. And like, first of all, I got this like whimsical blue color. We are feeling it. We are vibing with it. It's also got like some biker shorts underneath to, you know, stop with a chub rub because your girl is very much prone to chub rub. I love this. Here's the thing. I love a good one-piece workout outfit. Don't have to deal with pants and a top. Can just pull it up all svelte. It's got nice support here in the boob region. Sorry. So if you want to get technical, the boob region. I also really enjoy this color. Let's do our usual jumping jack test. Oh yeah. Okay. I also love that there's like a little bit of like fluff here. So like it's pretty well hiding the belly. She often makes herself known. And so because of the way the seam is and the fabric kind of strategically drops, you don't really see my belly as rotundly as she normally is. I look like I'm like with child when I hold it like this. But when I'm just walking around like this, we're good. I really appreciate the fact, oh my God, I did not even realize, real talk, that there's a pocket in here. Yes, okay, I meant what I said before. We are not going into 2026 wearing things without pockets. Forget the patriarchy. IUGA knows what's up. I'm honestly like low-key speechless because this is just fun. I am digging it. It is a vibe. I feel like teenage Maddie would have wanted this. Stereotyping a little bit because I may have saved the best for last. I'm so excited. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. It'll be like 2 minutes for me, but it'll be like 2 seconds for you. Oh my God. Ba-dun! Okay. First of all, I mean, literally was just talking earlier about how I love things that can be aesthetic, but also like workout appropriate. So I could go run to the store in this and nobody would know that this is totally an adorable tennis dress. It is their adorable tennis dress in the color mauve with built-in shorts and bra because bam, I'm so sorry. But real talk, there is, first of all, pockets, but also just these really comfortable, nice shorts built in underneath. We have the bra jumping jack test, hang on. God, my form really could use work, but the dress could not. No notes on the dress. I love a good mauve. You know, I like, you know, cool colors as much as the next person. I tend to shy away from lighter colors when it comes to workout clothes because, you know, darker colors, they hide the lovely lady lumps. However, with a dress like this, it's not an issue at all, you know? I feel like I'm being supported from within. I was actually really nervous that it wouldn't fit or that, you know, I would be too big for it, but I managed to pull this baby up just fine. If anything, I actually feel like I could have sized down. So there's that. The fabric is good and stretchy and it feels like it's going to last. We also have some crisscross applesauce situation back here, cute little keyhole situation. I am here for it. It is adorable. So once again, IUGA, they just don't miss a shot, do they? They don't miss a thing. I've seriously loved everything I've gotten from there. So, you know, it's just nice to like feel pretty while I work out because I often don't feel pretty. So it's nice to feel pretty, look good, burn calories. I want that on a t-shirt. Let's just be real. But if you guys are interested in getting your own, like straight up, like I said, Lululemon dupes, then check out my link. That's right, it's my link in the description and in the pinned comment below. It'll put a little discount code for you in there and it does stack with other discount codes. But if you use my link, it just lets them know that I sent you. I may even earn a little bit of commission. Who am I? Am I a real influencer? I'm just shook. I like having my own link. I feel important. But okay, I feel like we had a little fun. So now we're gonna get back to business in the form of my debt and the money I spent in March. So let's take it away to that other version of Maddie who doesn't look quite as cute as she does right now. So I will link the first video that I did on my debt payoff journey at the end cards. If you haven't seen it, that really does lay down the groundwork of just income and debt. But one of the things I mentioned in that video was that I really was actually kind of uncertain about our income just because my husband had gotten a new job and we just weren't sure how much everything would be after taxes. So I do have that number for you, but basically we pull in about $4,800 of income a month. That does not include if my husband goes and donates plasma, which he hasn't in a while, but we probably need to start that back up. And it also doesn't include my YouTube income. That's a whole separate thing. Any income I get from YouTube, my channel's not big, so it's not like livable income by any means. it just goes back into my YouTube channel. But that is the money we get per month. Something else I did want to cover as well is that I mentioned that I felt like we paid about $700 in groceries and gas. Now, I did mention that I wasn't sure how much gas would actually be because Hank had just started daycare. So I went from never driving my car because I work from home to driving it every single day pretty much. And so I was like, oh yeah, I think groceries and gas are about $700. No. So last month on gas, between Henry and I, we spent $400. Now, we do live in like not a crazy big state or a state where gas is extremely high, but of course gas prices have only gone up. Yeah. So that's what we spent on that. And then groceries. Now, when I do say groceries, I mean groceries, toiletries, anything we need for Hank, like formula. He does sleep in disposable diapers at night, but we do use cloth diapers to save money. And like cat stuff, cat food, cat litter, anything the cats may need. That's all included in groceries. I just call it groceries. We did spend a lot of money. We spent $889.69. Nice. When I break it down per week, that's about $222 per week. It's not the worst, but for a family of 3, I don't know. You guys tell me. I think it really depends on where you live and whatnot. That seems really high to me. I do buy fun stuff and stuff that's probably a little too expensive. I do, you know, like protein bars are kind of too expensive, and I don't want healthy junk food. I don't know what to call it. I'm not shaming you because I literally am telling you I do it, but they're expensive and I should probably cut some of that out. I don't know. I may do a video revisiting how much I can get my grocery bills down. It is hard though, because I do stand by the fact that eating healthy is more expensive than eating unhealthy. Some people like to argue otherwise, but I'm sorry. I've lived both lives. So total with our regular bills, non-debt related bills, that's rent, utilities, phones, and then gas and groceries last month, we typically spend about $2,900. So we'll call it $3,000 because I'm sure there are little things I'm forgetting. I have gone through and canceled a bunch of memberships. I canceled a Patreon, I canceled Amazon Prime, and probably some other things I'm not thinking of, to try to just cut out getting nickel and dimed by those little monthly memberships. But I'm gonna say we spent about $3,000 on bills. And then one other caveat I do want to mention before I get into the fact that, again, I did spend too much money this month on random shit, is that I'm sorry I keep looking at my phone, by the way. This is just where my notes are. I don't want to stop, like, living my life and enjoying my life.
I don't need to listen to ads, even at the discounted student rate, when we are in debt and can't afford that.
What, Spotify?
No, dude. What do you mean?
It's $10 a month. It's really all right.
And so, you know, I did do a fair amount of that this month. I just think I went too far. That's just the caveat. I'm not against enjoying my life. In fact, we budget for it, but I went too far. It's just, there's no other way to put it. So this month, it was me and Henry's anniversary, and I did kind of count that as its own separate thing. And we also did have a day that we ended up taking off together. We sent little man to daycare, and we had a date day. Honestly, our date day was more expensive than our anniversary. So every Black Friday, Massage Luxe does run a special where basically they let you buy one, get one on massages. And so I always buy that with the intent to use it for Valentine's Day. We didn't do that this year. We used it for our anniversary. However, so technically, like, I already spent that money. So, but we did tip each masseuse about $20. And then with dinner, we spent $85 on our anniversary as a whole, which isn't bad. But our date day, we kind of were super extra. We went to the movies and saw Project Hail Mary, quite enjoyable. We went and played like a driving range, sort of like Top Golf. We have an equivalent that's nearby-ish. And then we went to an expensive ass dinner. And so our little date day was $150 as well. So part of enjoying life for me is going out to eat. I do enjoy going out to eat. I know that Dave Ramsey's like, you can't afford to be in a restaurant. You're poor, but you know, I've been poor.
So y'all broke.
I don't know why I'm arguing with imaginary people. Like, I feel like you guys are in my shower right now and I'm just spewing out these imaginary arguments. So every month in a perfect world, I would spend $320 or less on going out to eat. And this month we spent $583.73. Ugh. Now, to be clear, you might be like, well, Maddie, you're on a weight loss journey, so what the hell? It's not always, in fact, that's actually part of the problem, is that I really have been trying to like not eat unhealthy when we go out to eat. And unfortunately, that means it's more expensive. Oh, you want a side of fruit instead of fries? Okay, that'll be $2.60 extra. That's a literal thing that happened at Chick-fil-A. How dare they? You know, just little things like that, where anytime you want something healthier, restaurants are going to be like, well, it'll cost you. You can go to hell for your health. Okay, I'm so sorry. Regardless, we went way too far with restaurants because, like I said, that 583 doesn't even include that freaking, I can't math right now, but like we spent way too much money on restaurants. That's just all I'm saying. It was too much. Now, in terms of extraneous things, I did mention the IUGA clothes. I know, you know, this is obviously sponsored by IUGA. I really do love the brand. However, I did totally buy a pair of shorts and a pair of yoga pants with my own money dollars. Something else that we got, I guess I can almost wrap this up into restaurants, was basically my mom does watch Hank whenever we do things. And so her husband requested small cakes as payment. So we spent like $50 on small cakes this month. Yeah, it's not great. I will say though, just to be clear, it was not just for me and Henry. It was my mom, her husband, and my stepbrother. I don't know how interested anyone is in how I spent my money, so you can feel free to skip this section and we'll get into the debt section and also how I spent my tax refund this year. But I'm gonna, just for full transparency, because again, this is an accountability video, I'm gonna keep rambling on about what else I spent money on. One thing that I did not need to spend money on, but I chose to for my own sanity, was it's called the Shut the Box game. And I've seen it on TikTok. I got influenced, but basically every holiday that we go to spend with my husband's family, the grandkids always loop me into playing Uno or what the heck, Candyland. And I love them, and I love y'all, and I love everyone, but I can't play it anymore. I can't do it. It gets very boring very quickly. Uno's okay, but you know, I just don't want to vibe with that. So I did buy a game for us all to play, and I chose Shut the Box because it does technically involve math, so I thought we would mix it up. So I did pay $20 for a Shut the Box game. I also showed in a couple of vlogs, one of which you guys have not seen yet, but we did go to Marshall's a couple times this month. And so I'll kind of flash those things on the screen. I got some really good pans from there. I love them. I don't regret anything. My current pans, ceramic pans, are literally black. They're not supposed to be, but they are. The brand is like Karote or something. Do not recommend them, unfortunately. Yeah, don't recommend. So I'm really glad to have gotten some new ceramic pans, but you know, again, it's in the questionable category. Did I need to spend that money? We also spent some money on some baby proofing items. That vlog is coming up, so I won't get into that too much. And I had to get an oil change, although I would log that under a necessity. Something else random I got is this giant lint roller that has like a stick, like it's a mop. No regrets, because no matter how much we vacuum, little man spends a ton of time on the floor, and I can literally have just vacuumed, and he's not crawling yet, but he is scooching on his belly and his butt with the best of them. And he'll lift his hand and there'll be cat fuzz. And we literally have like a really good pet vacuum. Like I see it get the hair up. So no regrets in terms of buying that. And then this definitely would go under the category of bills, but I just want to rant for a minute about how our healthcare system is. So I spent $200 on medical related stuff this month. The first was that I took little man for his 6-month checkup. And while we were there, I mentioned, oh, he also has a paper cut. Actually, I need to be more specific. The doctor was leaving and said, do you guys have any other concerns? And I mentioned he had a paper cut and it looked a little red. And she looked at it and she said, okay, it doesn't look infected, but if it starts to, you know, ooze or anything like that, you know, come back and we'll give you some kind of ointment. But I already had an ointment at home, so she didn't prescribe anything, nothing. Insurance said, oh, you mentioned something that wasn't in the scope of a well baby visit. Please pay us $40. I tried to appeal it and they immediately said no. They said, well, they appealed it on the grounds that my plan stipulates that I have to pay for this. Thanks, United Healthcare. So that happened, and I know it's only $40, but God, it pissed me off. I wrote a whole ass letter, Yeah, no one cares. No one cares, but God have mercy. The second thing is that I went for a cleaning in December, and whenever I got there, fun fact, I did not have really access to a dentist, and I did not go for regular cleanings or anything like that until I was like 28 or 29 years old. So it's only been a few years for me. I just never grew up having access to dental care, and I don't know, I was kind of afraid of the dentist for a little bit. Some of it was me putting it off, but mainly it was just being poor. And so I, have started going for my cleanings twice a year the way I'm supposed to. And so I go for my cleaning, and I did have to change dentists because my old dentist no longer takes my dental insurance because they specifically told me my dental insurance is awful and they never want to pay for anything. So I had to change dentists. So I get to the dentist's office. They're very nice, and they're like, hey, okay, it's time to do your x-rays. I'm like, cool, because I know for a fact you have to get those done once a year. So they do the x-rays. So I get a bill in the mail for $160, and it's like, insurance didn't cover your x-rays. And I'm like, why the not? I call insurance, and I'm like, you're supposed to cover these. And they're like, actually, they did a special type of x-ray that you're only supposed to have done every 3 years. And I was like, have I ever had it done? And she's like, yeah, it looks like you had it done 2 years and 9 months ago. So you were just a little too soon. So you're going to have to pay for that out of pocket. So I did actually try to appeal it just to see what would happen. I appealed it on the grounds that, whenever you're pregnant / breastfeeding, because I was breastfeeding for a time, your teeth can actually suffer for some reason. I'm not really sure why, just nutrients coming out of your body for the baby. I tried to appeal it on the grounds of medical necessity, and their response was no response. Their response was literally just to send me another bill telling me I was going to have to pay. So yeah, that's fun. God, it infuriates me. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk / rant, but let's get back to the actual meat and potatoes of the video. So at the beginning of this year, we had 6 major pieces of debt. Now this does not include Henry's car or my student loans. I am currently on PSLF, but I'm so beyond stressed between our administration and my job maybe being replaced by AI. I may be getting laid off. I know that's a big bomb to drop randomly in this video. I just heard rumblings of this yesterday. I'm trying not to cry. I don't know what's going to happen, but part of the reason I'm mentioning it randomly into this video is because I don't know if I'm even allowed to talk about it. I haven't signed anything stating that I'm not allowed to talk about it, but yeah, it's really upsetting. I can't lie. So I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. So these 6 pieces of debt don't include those 2 things. However, at the beginning of this year, because I want to tell you guys where we came from and where we're going and what we've done so far, we had a small credit card of $260, a small student loan of $864, a hospital bill with $1,920, a credit card with $2,500, another credit card with $4,300, and a loan of $5,400. So prior to this video, we paid off the $260 credit card and the about $2,000 hospital bill. And so whenever March came around, we wanted to pay off more stuff. And we also got our taxes, and we used that to pay off some of this stuff. So we also went ahead and took care of the $864 student loan. And as of right now, we paid $1,000 toward our next debt, which is that $2,500 credit card. So our remaining debts are a $1,500 credit card, a credit card that now has $4,000 on it, and a loan that now has $4,700 on it. Because obviously we're still paying minimums, and we're still paying little things toward these debts. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I will flash the number up on the screen of how much debt that means we've paid off this year. And then for full financial clarity, because a lot of you said last time that you really like financial transparency videos, and I rambled full on about all the little things I bought this month. So your girl is being very financially transparent here. We did get our tax refund, and we did get about $2,860. I do want to tell you guys what we spent our tax refund on, if you're interested in that sort of thing. Going from cheapest to most expensive. So the first thing, unfortunately, we spent was on a Sam's Club membership, and I have rambled away in this video, so I am so sorry. But we were originally using my mom's, and we took a picture of her barcode in her app, And we went and we tested it out once and it worked, but we tested it out again and it did not work. And we had already like filled our basket, done all our shopping. And so we ended up buying a stupid $50 Sam's Club membership. I'm not happy. It is what it is though. We did buy a new bed set because literally I've not replaced any of our stuff in 6 years. So we did buy a new bed set. We spent $75 on that. Next up, we bought plane tickets for $800. I've mentioned this in several videos past, but Henry does have a family member. It's his uncle, kind of like a father figure to him. And he has not gotten to meet Hank. Unfortunately, he's just not healthy enough to be able to fly. And then the drive would be like insane. It's like 20 hours or something like that. So we did spend a little over $800 on plane tickets. We did not buy a plane ticket for little man. He will be sitting in our lap. We also didn't spend money on assigned seating because, yeah, it's such a scam. And then, of course, we did go ahead and pay off Henry's his student loan, which was the $864. And we put $1,000 toward my credit card. So there, bada bing, bada boom. We probably could have been a little more aggressive with paying off debt this month. We could have, put more money toward the credit cards, and we will, but it's technically April now, so I didn't want to include that. We got our tax refund at the end of March, but there's always the concern of like, what if I pay too much and I forgot about a couple bills? So we are going to, but because it's now April as of filming this video, and like I said, we got our refund at the end of March, I just don't want to be disingenuous. You might be like, well, Maddie, good job or bad job, whatever your opinion is, where are we going from here? In order to act right, which I need to, I will be doing a no spin challenge for April. So we will do an April recap of sorts, and we will be doing a no spin challenge. I'm already on it, doggone it, and I will let you guys know. Inevitably, I'll probably have to spend some money on something I'm not supposed to. So I'll tell you guys everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I also do want to try some other things. Like I wouldn't mind doing like some kind of challenge where I try to bring down my grocery bill and, work on some tips and tricks and things for that. So that would be something I wouldn't mind doing. I also wouldn't mind trying Rocket Money. I just also want it to like have enough data for it to look at. So I wouldn't mind doing a video where I try that out. But if you guys are interested in anything else, any other like money related challenges or anything like that, or if you're interested in either of the videos I just mentioned, your feedback does matter to me, then holla at your girl, let her know. But thank you guys for listening to this rambly, slightly ranty video. And I hope you guys have a great day. Like, comment, and subscribe, because the YouTube wizards, they do like that for the growth of my channel. I would love my channel to grow, especially if my job may be being replaced by AI. I'm sorry. I joke because I'm sad. But okay, on that sad note, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bye. And thank you so much to IUGA for sponsoring this video.